Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. No, no, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press will hear the fat lady sing. Act like you know Rico. I know what Bo don't know. Touch them up and go. Oh, cha-cha-ching-ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that. Extraordinary. Juice like a strawberry. Money to burn, baby.
I gotta start it like this. It's a new era here at Degen. Rocky's winning every week. He's gonna be picking all the music. And he's here and back with his fucking fur coat. Degen Fantasy, November 12th. It is 6:13 p.m. I've been in the lobby since 6 p.m. Double down, fresh haircut. He's ecstatic to join us. What a cut, what a beard, what a man. No headphones today, no hat. It's your boy Rocky Prop from Degen Fantasy here with Double Down Dan. And it is time to panic. It's time to panic on so many players, so many teams. So if you're here, welcome. I'm very glad that I can coincide with your fantasy football anxiety, whatever the fuck else, as well as sports betting and all this other shit. They're like, hey, Tyreek might play, da-da-da-da-da. After the game, they're like, yeah, Tyreek possibly. What are you doing? Okay, he's pink comb shaving his beard, whatever the case may be. They're like, Tyreek Hill also has a torn ligament in his hand.
Yeah, I think he's got a torn ligament in his cock. Yep. That is the problem here. Tyreek has been. Thank you. Yeah, okay, got the wife laughing on that one. Tyreek has probably 16 baby mamas and more baby mamas at this point than yards that he achieved yesterday. I want to go ahead and tell him to go fuck himself. I hope he gets arrested again and thrown on the ground. There you go.
Yeah, so we're going to try to find out some trades for everyone today, including myself, because I'm a Tyreek owner.
Figure out one for me, too.
Fucking, we're gonna.
On a 5-game losing streak in our league, feeling great. Almost as good, like good enough to jump off of a building, feeling tip-top shape. 5-5. Started 5-0, now I'm 5-5. And you know what? Is it Trump's fault? Since he won, I haven't won a single fantasy game. I don't know.
I think he won like a week ago today. So maybe it's just your fault. I mean, who knows? Really,
haven't won a single game. Just
saying. I saw Double Down Steam and I said, you know what? Fuck it.
That's what he said.
I'm gonna shit on it. No,
he said it.
Yeah, we got to figure out what the fuck to do with Tyreek Hill. We got to figure out what the fuck to do with players like Garrett Wilson, who are good one week and bad the other. Devontae Adams, a whole bunch of different shit. So that's going to start out our slate today. We're going to roll into players to trade because it's been terrible. So speaking on players to trade, we're going to start out here with the two that I just brought up, and with Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams. I think both of them have huge potential. Both of them are two of the best wide receivers in the league. Both of them carry great name value, which is huge in fantasy trades. I don't give a fuck what people say. You can have Cedric Tillman and Josh Downs and fucking a bunch of other players that are playing well, but they just doesn't have the name value. Someone with Breece Hall will be like, nah, even if necessarily it's a good trade. So when you have players like Tyreek Hill, when you have players like Devontae Adams, you can get trades done that you probably didn't think would be possible. The first person that came to mind to target with both of these players, whether it's in a single package or whatever, is one Nico Collins. Was supposed to come back week 10. Didn't come back. A shootout with the Texans and the Lions this past week, ending in a field goal. I'm curious to hear what you think about the possibility of one. So Nico Collins is someone you traded away because you couldn't wait for him on injury. But two, if this is overpaying when you took Tyreek Hill, the third pick in the draft, maybe Devontae Adams early first round, whatever the case may be, it's a weird slate. It's you're just not feeling it. So, and also I just want to coincide with this one more time. Last season, watching Tyreek on other people's teams, I'm like, damn, I wish I had Tyreek. Damn, I wish I had Tyreek. He's so fun to watch, putting up all these points. So when this year came around, I was hyped. So I don't know. Go ahead.
I get it. I mean, I do. I'm worried about him too. I'm worried about. Do you see Tua just fucking throwing the head out there, trying to get concussed again?
Just right here, just knee me in the head, buddy.
Somebody getting hit in the head. Just doesn't even give a fuck. To be honest with you, I don't even know why we worry about Tua because he obviously doesn't give a fuck about himself. So good luck, buddy. I am no longer gonna cry when you get hit because you are doing nothing to protect yourself. Yep. What I do want to say is this. I think you got to panic on both of these guys. I think you got to try to trade both of these guys. It's really concerning that Tua comes back and Tyreek still doesn't have. He hasn't had a 100-yard game since week 1? It's week 10 now. Well, about to be week 11. It's been 9 weeks. I get that he's had a shitty quarterback for a couple of those weeks, but there is no. The Rams secondary is god awful. Like the fact that you can't get open against the Rams secondary is crazy to me. Like you're supposed to be one of the best wide receivers in the league. What I think is going on right now is Tyreek is having a little buyer's remorse. He got the money. He went to South Beach. He's having a great time. But he's realizing that he's going to miss out on at least 2 Super Bowls because it looks like the Chiefs are bound to three-peat. So he's got to have a little bit of buyer's remorse here, buying these Dolphins, buying Tua, when he could be catching fucking bombs from Patrick Mahomes right now and having just career years. Like, he's got to be fucking upset. And on the other end, Devontae Adams, he's supposed to be the savior of the Jets. Obviously, nothing can save these fucking Jets, man. They are god fucking awful. They cannot get out of their own way.
Yeah, and he's a wide receiver that every other wide receiver in the league is like, Devontae Adams is the best. Best hands, best this, best IQ. Like, supposed to be in a better offense. Like, he was trying to get out of Vegas. He's like, dude, just get. Like, we talked about it previously.
I would have tried to get out of there too. Good Lord, man.
Exactly.
Gardner Minshew and fucking Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, so like it's almost like an ex showed up and the current girlfriend's still there because he's like, yeah, I had great rapport with Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go play with Aaron and his
backslide. He just fucking backslid into the ex, dude.
And the fucking and the new piece is doing a lot better than the side piece because there's that rapport there. So like it doesn't matter if you played with Devontae Adams 15 years ago. If Aaron Rodgers has been playing with Garrett Wilson all season, he's his first look. And that's basically all you ever get out of the New York Jets offense because the second look, by the time you have time to look at the second look, you're getting sacked.
Yeah, and that's the tough part here. You don't really know if Aaron Rodgers is washed or not because I don't know that because if he's behind let's say he's got the Detroit Lions offensive line, I don't think he looks as washed as he does right now. He's got no lateral movement. That is a fact. But if he had more than 1.2 seconds to throw the ball, he might be more effective. I'm just going to say
that's also the game he likes. In his career, he's averaged the quickest time of getting the ball out of the pocket per quarterback, I think, in the league over the last 15 years. So that's kind of his game anyway.
He's 41 though.
Yeah, but he's old. That's still his game. Get the ball, get it out of my hand.
I get it, but like there's one Tom Brady for a reason. Like that's it. Like there that run, like you'll see Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you, once he hits around 40, it's going to fall off. Josh Allen, around 40, it'll start falling off. It's going to happen to every great quarterback that's in the league right now. Tom Brady is beyond a unicorn.
I agree. Let me ask you a question.
I mean, that's just how it is.
So we speak on like the fact that he's illilateral or unable to move laterally in the pocket. Like it's just kind of like some random thing. Like, yeah, you can't really move laterally in the pocket. If you watch Patrick Mahomes, that is the entirety of every clip that is correlating into a completion.
Whoa, that's one.
That's one. Flushed out of the pocket, that little sidearm. He's doing these underhand dumps and all this crazy shit, whatever the case may be. Yeah. That's where you have a quarterback that can really take advantage of an entire offense. And mistake me if I'm wrong. Did the Jets have a better record last season? Or did they go 2-7?
No, I think it's relatively close, if not the same.
So it's relatively close. You have Garrett Wilson, you have Breece Hall.
Yeah, but that like
Devontae Adams.
I feel like if they had the defense they had last year, still this year, I feel like it's a completely different animal. Like if your defense can actually stop people, I don't
here's a question for you.
Much pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
He's lagging hard. In my thought process when Dan comes back, because he's lagging, am I lagging too? We're all lagging.
I think maybe it's a you.
Easton Stick, I feel like would do fine. It's lagging hard.
Yeah, you just all
right. He's lagging out. I'm gonna bring it back in a minute. With these two players, keep in mind that the New York Jets obviously are in a far worse spot than any other team compared to the Miami Dolphins, but not entirely. The Dolphins are in a bad spot specifically because of the injury to Tua Tagovailoa, which
I don't know what the fuck is happening with Rocky Prop over there. My internet's fine, looks like, anyways. But when he comes back, we'll get him back. I don't know what he was even trying to say, but let's talk a little bit about what happened last week in general. You see, I think clearly that the Chiefs have like a horseshoe in their butthole. They just can't fucking lose. To win on a last-second field goal like that is crazy. I'm almost inclined to just like take the plus 450 or whatever the fuck it is just to like deliver. I don't know. I feel like they're just going to win. I'm kind of beside myself a little bit with that. But yeah, let's check it out. I mean, I think we gave you right around, let me think quick. I think we gave you right around about 8 props last week. We went 10 props. We went 8-2. That is, we had Jonathan Taylor over, which is a hit. We had Bo Nix to throw an interception, which he just decided not to throw an interception this week against this vaunted Chiefs defense, and actually looked pretty good. I think that's the one concern I have about the Chiefs is that it just doesn't look as good as it should to be 9-0. I know that sounds fucking weird because why are you worried about a 9-0 team? I think it's because the luck factor has been like off the charts this season for them. And eventually you would probably assume that regression is going to rear its ugly head, as it will with everyone. Same thing with like the Bills on 3rd and 4th downs. They've yet to miss a 4th down conversion. Like eventually it's going to regress back to the mean. Like we're going to get probably a 53% Bills success rate on 4th down. But let's go over a little bit about what happened last week. So we had, okay, Rocky Props texted me. I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me a second. I got to send him a fucking link real quick. Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, we had last week Bo Nix to throw a pick in that Chiefs game. They fucking, didn't come through there. Thought we had a good line on Najee to go over the total. I think it was a pretty inflated number, and I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass because I would never usually bet Najee Harris, but he's been pretty good to me this season so far. So I did, and I kind of trusted him, but I shouldn't have. That's number one. We are not going to trust Najee Harris again. Glad to see Rocky Props back. Look at him.
Dude, my Wi-Fi had an aneurysm.
I thought you were cutting out. Yeah, I was like, I think I'm good. I don't know, but we're just going over the week real quick, recapping the picks that we gave out. Talking about what, just recapping the games.
So the one pick that you had that I kind of gave you a stink about, I was like, Bo Nix interception.
Yeah, you were right. I mean, you were completely right.
I thought he threw one.
No, he didn't.
Oh no, it was the Lions game or the Dolphins game where there was like a bunch of interceptions.
Yeah.
That's one of the props that I really, really think is hard to hit because it's the only prop that a player is specifically as hard as he can trying to avoid.
Yeah, which is it's definitely going to tail into a system for me now because I think that there's some sort of there's a move there with the over/under interceptions. There's a real move there. I don't know what it is, but we're going to figure it out.
It definitely could be exploited if you can narrow down to what coincides with it.
Absolutely. We took Darnold to throw a touchdown in the Vikings game, and that also didn't happen. So I want to talk about that Vikings team and what it is going to mean for them in the future when their schedule gets tough. What did you watch this game at all?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I watched like highlights. I didn't. The Bills were playing the Colts at the same time. I that's what I was watching. But what is going on with Minnesota?
I think it starts with Arizona, or not Arizona, Jesus Christ, the Vikings production out of the running game with Aaron Jones. For some reason, him not getting going, I feel like was a big factor that, like, I talked about this briefly. So he had 88 yards, a decent game, was averaging like 5 yards a carry, 17 carries in the game, and then Cam Akers saw some work too with 13 carries. It just felt like the offense wasn't opened up that much, but also like it kind of landed on Sam Darnold's shoulders because he throws 3 interceptions. They're getting DJ Hawkinson involved. He finishes with 72 yards as the top receiver. And then Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are kind of clamped up. I think the running game, like you kind of need Aaron Jones to kind of carry a little bit more into that 130 yard range. So he doesn't have to throw 38 attempts because that's just moving the ball a lot. And if you're throwing the ball 38 times and you're telling me that you're only going to throw it to your best receiver in the league 5 times, like this is too much of a spread. So Hawkinson, 8 receptions, Josh Oliver, 4 receptions, Justin Jefferson, 5 receptions, Jordan Addison, 2 receptions, Aaron Jones, 2 receptions, Trent Shefferfield Sr., 1 reception, Jalen Naylor gets a reception, Cam Akers gets a reception. If you're going to throw the ball that much, you should see Justin Jefferson with 10 targets. If you use Justin Jefferson like Matthew Stafford uses like prime Cooper Kupp with like, or Malik Neighbors when he had those games with Daniel Jones, you throw the ball 18 times to Justin Jefferson. I don't care if you have an interception. You agree. Jamar Chase in the Bengals game. He got targeted at least 12 times, 230 yards and 3 touchdowns. You got to let your best player be the best player. And when you're trying to be a little cute and fucking you throw 3 interceptions and you're leaning on Aaron Jones to kind of get the offense started, like, yeah, Justin Jefferson can handle a double team and fucking whatever else they throw out of him. You got to lean on your best player.
I mean, yeah, you're completely right. But this is a common thing. Like you're leaning on Sam Darnold. There's nothing you can tell me. Like I know he's looked good. He's still the same quarterback that he was. Like that's just it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Eventually he's going to regress back to the mean, and he's regressing back to his mean right now. I think more.
I don't remember watching him when he first got drafted. I know he was like a number 1 or number 2 overall pick. What up, Blue Jays?
Yeah. No, he was a high draft pick. He was a high draft pick. Selected in front of Josh Allen, I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it's terrible. Just optically, I think he's better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league. Also has a lot of great options out there. And I remember when we were going to start JJ McCarthy. Oh, the deadline is this week. No,
it's happening. Yeah, we do need some. We'll Blue Jays, throw us some idea. Throw us what you're thinking, and we'll talk.
Throw your roster down. Throw your roster down, and we'll give you a review.
All right, then we hit Mooney relatively easy on the Falcons Saints game. We hit Buck that Falcons Saints game. I just want to tell you, I had that in a money line parlay to close out like a $200 win, and they fucked me on that. Luckily, the race cars saved my ass a little bit. Logano bringing it home, the championship for the Connecticut boys. So yeah, cashed in nice and fat on that. Hate the Falcons. They suck. Don't want any.
They suck. Don't like them.
49ers and Bucks. I thought I had a chance to steal that game. You guys looked at me like I was crazy when that came, when I was like, I'm taking the Bucks. They only lose by 3. Baker Mayfield looks like if he had 1 fucking wide receiver, he would be fine. So we had Bucky over the receptions in that game. I told you guys it was motherfucking money, over 2.5. He ends with 4. Easy peasy. that fucking cashes. Let's answer Blue Jays question. We'll get back to the recap
real quick.
that.
So Blue Jays, you kind of have an identical team to my main league. My main league also features Hill, Cup, and Kamara. So what we were kind of covering on earlier is we were talking about the trading away Tyreek Hill. Big Tyreek Hill fan, was excited to get him this season. And he now has a torn ligament in his hand that he's been playing through. It's not one of the terrible ones that I think DeAndre Hopkins dealt with a while back that he was still pretty consistent with. But he's got 3 wide receivers, one flex league. QB's Hurts, solid. I'd stick with Hurts for the rest of the season. Kamara had some up and downs with the injury plague that's been hitting New Orleans, but I think that's solid. Kareem Hunt, on top of having Pacheco, obviously you had a nice handcuff there, being able to pick him up. It's been consistent. And then when Pacheco comes back, you're not going to feel the hurt of losing Hunt because you own Pacheco and then have Hubbard as well. Hill, Cup, Jaden Reed, who has not been playing good as of late, Jacoby Myers, DJ Moore, and Laporta. So you have a pretty solid team. Also dropping your record for me as well. With this, Dan, what's the first thing that you're really kind of noticing that, like, I think as an owner of a team that looks just like this, when I look at my lineup and I'm pretty happy with it because I swap out Hunt for McCaffrey, and then I also have Downs and Shakir as my flexes. What's been really bugging me all season is the player that I was most excited about, which is Tyreek Hill. So I think it kind of starts there. With Tyreek Hill, I brought up Nico Collins. Dan, throw a name out there that you think would be actually worth going to trade Tyreek for. Because as an owner, I kind of feel like I'm going to send him away, and then he's gonna have a boom week, and then he's gonna be consistent.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna sell on Hill a little bit too early, and he's going
also week 11, and we're about to hit the trade deadline.
I think you have to move him, but you're gonna take a bath for this. Like, you're not gonna get anyone that good. I just think you're gonna have to move like Hill and Reed, or Hill and like DJ Moore to get somebody like a number 1 wide receiver somewhere. I just don't think that you're going to be able to just move Hill for anyone decent.
So with that point being said, pairing up someone like Hill and DJ Moore and Hill and Reed, that's a good package. I don't think you can get Jamar Chase. I don't think you can get Justin Jefferson, even though Tyreek Hill
get those guys.
No, you don't have to. I'm just canceling them off the board because usually with name brand players like Tyreek Hill, you can kind of be in that range because he's also drafted in that range. But just based on his prior playing, like he had 1 20-point game this season, and it's been a dud every week since because of Tua, because of whatever the case may be. So Blue Jays brings up DK or London, and I think it would go through. And Brody says Tyreek, CD, Wilson doing bag. That's my whole wide receiver team right now.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. So I think you could get DK for that package. You could probably get DK just for Hill straight up. I would think about London a little less than DK. I like DK's top line speed. I think he's got more touchdown upside too in that offense. And London clearly is the second wide receiver to Mooney right now. So I would probably stay away from London. If you could get like a package, possibly like a DK and maybe like a DK and just another tiny little piece that might help you just get through the playoffs, I'd do that. But I'd stay away from London. I haven't been a big fan of what he's brought to the table this week.
Do you know what I think the play is for this? Because you do have one flex, and it's a 3 wide receiver league, which is kind of confusing to me. So you have 3 wide receivers and 1 flex. What if you targeted a running back? Hear me out. Because I think a lot of people think with a wide receiver, the only place you can move is to a wide receiver. Every league has one guy that hoarded all the running backs. If you can go after and get someone like Jonathan Taylor, someone with upside like Bijan Robinson and maybe a piece, I think if you kept DJ Moore and Cooper Kupp as your main wide receiver core, you can just be a running back heavy team and flex Pacheco when he comes back.
You know what?
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's really not. You got to find a home for Hunt with Pacheco coming back. I would, as of right now, wide receiver rankings for just the fantasy, George Pickens is number 4 in points. I think that you could probably get George Pickens for Tyreek Hill, like straight up.
Oh, you can, but that's literally like when you say a wash, like that is a complete wash that like I would need him to throw in a piece. You also have Hubbard. What if you moved on from Pacheco? I mean, you have Hunt, and when Pacheco comes back,
you would
just
probably
slide.
have to move on from Hunt before you would move on from Pacheco.
No, but you're not. But basically, like you're not going to get. We're really diving into his team right now. Basically, if you keep Hunt for the time being, Pacheco's not going to be back till the end of this month, and then also like broken leg injury is not something that's minor, and also like Kareem Hunt has been playing very well, so it's gonna be more of a split backfield. People think that Pacheco's going to come back; it's going to be all his. I don't think so. I think you can move off of Pacheco because one, you'd have to wait for him. Two, you have Hubbard. And you also have Hunt in the meantime. So when Hunt eventually kind of like loses half of his split to Pacheco, you can just slide Hubbard in that spot. And you have the leverage to move Tyreek in a piece for like.
I mean, am I crazy to say Tyreek and Hunt for Nico?
I think that's a good move because then you can slide Hubbard in. You can do Tyreek and Pacheco for Amon-Ra.
Yeah, see, this is the trade I'm talking about. That's the splash trade you need to do.
Yes, that's beautiful.
That's it. That's what I would do. Brad McCoy's been waiting for a minute. Let's get to his question. What's up, guys? Hey, Brad. Good to see you. I have Amon-Ra, Waddle, Olave, DJ Moore, and BTJ at wide receiver. God help me. And I have Saquon, JT, Hunt, Tracy, and Chubb at running back. Wow, stacked at running back.
Yep.
Bowers at tight end. What should I give to upgrade at wide receiver? I think it's very clear. JT's hot right now. You could get really, really like a solid, like I think with JT, and let's say you go JT and Waddle, I think you could get up into the tier, like the first tier of wide receivers. Like a Nico Collins is a good another. I know we're going to sound like a broken record.
What makes you want to move JT though?
Because I don't trust that Colts offense. I've seen it. Like he's not going to have the Bills' shitty run defense to run against every week, man. He's just.
I agree, but like, so what I'm thinking when you have Saquon and JT, it's almost like you're in that double RB hero strategy.
Go get Cooper Kupp. That's what I think. Go get Cooper Kupp.
So if you have Amon-Ra, you can kind of maybe target someone who's lacking in the running backs position with Tracy or Hunt and a package. Like Olave is going to be out for a little bit. That's like a stash. BTJ solid, and I would keep them. I think non-movable pieces on this team are Amon-Ra, BTJ, and Saquon.
No, I'm good with losing Waddle, Olave, DJ Moore, and BTJ. I'm good with losing.
Yeah, I agree.
But Amon-Ra's got to stay, and Saquon's got to stay. I don't think Tracy can't fetch you a number one wide receiver.
But in a pairing trade, he can get you.
Yeah, but you'd have to like pair him with another like a decent piece to trade into a tier one wide receiver.
Tracy, you want to get a tier one.
He needs a tier one. He's got Amon-Ra, and first off, that's it. Like that is it on this board. Waddle had 56 yards passing or catching yesterday. Like I don't. This is.
So what if he took another wide receiver? What do you think he can get in a package for DJ Moore and Kareem Hunt?
DJ Moore and Kareem Hunt?
Yeah. Or even throwing Chubb too.
I think he could get fucking Kupp.
You can definitely get Kupp for DJ Moore and Kareem Hunt. If you wanted to do DJ Moore, Kareem Hunt, and fucking Chubb or Tracy, as well as a throw in like a nice big 3-for-1 package of three. What?
He could get up to Chase. I'm telling you, he could get up to Chase right now.
I wouldn't move Chase for anything if I had him right now.
No, I get he's coming off a week. You'd have to wait. So you'd have to wait until Chase has a shitty week next week because it's gonna happen. And as a Cup owner, Blue Jays says he would never accept Hunt and Moore. And I get that, Blue Jays, but we're talking about people that actually need fucking these running back or something like that. There are a lot of people that are fucking dying for running backs right now. I like that Hill, Hunt, Pacheco for you, buddy. I think you should trade that away for DK and JT. I like that. As of right now, I think you need to give up something that's kind of important here. So I would say you have to move JT. Like you can't move Saquon.
Fair enough.
You got to move JT. And I think you can get something decent back for him. And I'd go after Nico Collins or Kupp. Like
but that leaves that hole at the running back position. Maybe Waddle and BTJ for someone better.
He's got Saquon, Hunt, Tracy, and Chubb. There's no hole.
Chubb, the last three are inconsistent, and Pacheco's coming back. But Hunt would serve you over. What if you went Waddle and BTJ in a package?
I don't know if you get anything that's worth it.
BTJ's been solid this season. Waddle's decent, especially if the news is coming out that Tyreek's hurt. and you threw Chubb in as a throw-in, that's a decent little package. Maybe you can go and get someone like
Brian Thomas Jr. is 34th in rankings. I don't think that he's as good as you think he is, and I don't. He's also got one of the worst offenses in the league.
That's true.
I think you underestimate how many people actually want him. I don't really think a lot of people want BTJ.
Do you think he should go after Zay?
He could get Zay, but I think he could give up a lot less and get Zay. Like, I think you could do JT for Zay straight up.
Yeah, you could. That's an overpay, though.
Yeah, you'd have to get something in return, but I still think like it gets dicey after that. That's why I'm saying package JT and Waddle, go get someone fucking that matters. I really think you got to trade up into a Cup, a Collins, maybe a Jefferson, because he's had a couple, maybe a down week or two. Like you could
I think the guy to target is Terry McLaurin.
I mean, it's a good call. 13th in the league in fantasy ranking right now. I like it. Yeah, that's not bad. But you could probably just give up JT for Flower or for McLaurin.
You could that's more lateral. I think you can do that and then also keep him. Side note, I traded DJ Moore and Hunt for Marvin Harrison a week ago. It got vetoed.
Ooh,
that's fucking stupid.
Because they were talking. Well, a colluder isn't going to think that colluding is a bad thing, but
how is that a colluding deal?
I'm just saying, a colluder knows a colluder.
Try to get Terry McLaurin. All right, Nathan Boyd says, need wide receiver help. Was offered A.J. Brown and London for Mixon, Reed, and Brooks. Do I take it half PPR? You got to drop the squad down below because I really got to see it because I'm in love with Mixon this season. And if I had him, I would not move him.
Yeah, but you're getting A.J. Brown and London for Mixon, Reed, and Jonathan Brooks, who hasn't taken a snap this year.
That's true. Mixon has
been a fleece. Take this fucking no. Take this fuck Mixon. Take this fucking trade. You're getting you're getting a number one, ipso facto number one in Philadelphia, and London, who's a number two right now, unfortunately, but he's still getting some targets. Like, I think you got to take this trade. Jaden Reed has been inconsistent as fuck this year. John Brooks hasn't taken a snap, so it's literally A.J. Brown and Drake London for Mixon straight up in this trade.
I agree. So Joe Mixon's RB12 on the season. His last 5 games, he went 17, 16, 23, 26, and 27. He's averaging over 100 yards per game. I think it's over, not averaging over 100, but his last 4 out of 5, he's had over 100 yards per game, and his projection for next week is 84.5. And he has scored a touchdown in every single game but the one he got hurt.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's not good.
I'm just throwing details out there. I'm not saying that's a bad trade.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, I agree with you. But if you need wide receiver help and somebody's giving you this package, take it. Like that's what I think. Brad McCoy 24 says JT and Waddle for Nico or AJ Brown. Owner has both. JT and Waddle for either one, to be honest. But I prefer.
That's tough.
I almost prefer AJ Brown.
I mean, if you really think about it, though, AJ Brown's target competition is Devonta Smith and Saquon Barkley, and Nico's is Tank Dell.
Nobody know because Tank Dell's injured,
but also coming back off an injury, and also AJ Brown's a little banged up too.
You know what? I prefer Nico out of the two, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, Nico was wide receiver 1 until he got hurt.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so Blue Jays says Cook plus DK for that Hill Pacheco Hunt package. I think that's good return. Cook is definitely RB1 in Buffalo, and he's had some really fucking solid games this year. He's good for at least 10 to 12 points a week. Definitely somebody you could throw in a flex spot, if not a RB number 2 spot. So I like that. I think you could get
it. Dude, yeah, honestly, do it. The fucking super fan in me, not even being a Dolphins fan, I just really love Tyreek. That hurts to see, but fuck it.
Well, he's looked like a shell of himself this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. His house sets on fire, and the fucking someone's got the.
What do you think about that?
No, but don't send somebody like a dog shit trade because I put Tyreek on my trade block and just like a slew of just awful trades like Rico Dowdle and someone else for Tyreek Hill has come through. I think you'd have to actually get it done. I think you'd have to give up a decent piece, but no, I don't think so.
If you're JT though,
no, if you're 7-1, or Jesus Christ, 7-1, if you're 8-2, if you're 7-3, if you're 9-1, then you can go and try this and take a gamble. If you're 5-5 or fucking 4-6, like I don't think it's worth it necessarily.
It depends on what you trade for him. Like if you can get Tyreek for like a shit like Rico Dowdle, then you fucking do it. Obviously, you do that. But it's about what you're willing to give up, and I don't think you want to give up anything crazy for Tyreek Hill right now.
You know, you could do just shoot out a text or shoot out a message in the league chat, or like in one of the like Sleeper has the DMs. Just be like, yo, what would you shoot me a package for Tyreek and see what he's thinking first, and then just start making counters. Yes.
I'm not as yes about it. I think Tracy's had better games than Tyreek this year, almost every game. So
that is true.
Very, very careful trading Tracy for Tyreek.
World out here.
You gotta fucking you gotta offer him a shitty trade. Like you have no choice because Tyreek has no value right now.
Here's your question: what would the market look like for Tyreek if he dropped 30 next week?
It would be the sky would be the limit. Like you could fucking get whatever you wanted.
It's probably the toughest player in fantasy football right now to try to grade and gauge.
I know. I just think you stay away. He hasn't had a good game since week 1.
He has a torn ligament in his hand.
He has more
they don't want to give him. They don't want to give him the ball.
Dude, he's injured way more than they're saying.
I think he has a torn ligament in his hand and he's frustrated. Lalitz says, my team is Lamar. Kyron, by the way, guys, if you're curious why we're not on TikTok, we got banned for swearing for like a couple of days, so we'll be back. I kind of went off last week. My team is Lamar, Kyron, Jacobs, Jamar, Flowers, Ingram. Anyone I can trade for. Having Jamar's gross. So is it a double flex or single flex? I'm curious because double flex, you're probably more inclined to make a trade. If it's single flex, I'd probably stick with what you got because you have a pairing of Flowers and Lamar. You have Kyron and Jacobs. You have Jamar Chase and Ingram, who's pretty solid. I think the only one I'd really want to improve upon is maybe Josh Jacobs, but you need to have a piece from your bench and Jacobs to try to move up RB wise. I kind of like where you're at. Send in the rest of your roster, and I can kind of give you a little bit.
Send your record too.
Yeah, send your record as well, because also like sometimes you guys throw in single flex. I'm 8-2 in a 12-man league.
I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, hey, just like cool it if you're 8-2. Like I get that you need to stay kind of working it and get, the next piece that's gonna get you through. But 8-2, 12-man league, I would assume that everyone's kind of getting ready to start fucking throwing trades. So if you absolutely need to do something, I would probably look at that tight end spot. That tight end spot's, I feel like Ingram is hit or miss, like almost more than any other tight end. I feel like you could definitely upgrade that. But yeah, so overall, I like your team. Yeah,
based on his bench, you could probably take Ingram in a bench piece or two, and maybe go and try to get someone like. I mean, you can't get McBride after this week. Maybe Kincaid's hurt. Maybe like a Laporta if you have the options to go and get him.
What about Tucker Kraft?
He's kind of been hit or miss.
I mean, he's also based on points, he's fucking in PPR scoring leagues. He is number 7 on the year.
Because he had a couple big blow up games, but also like it's also that same offense where
96 points in 9 games. So he's
it's the same offense. So did Jaden Reed and so did Romeo Dobbs, and they all have like inconsistent ass games. Let me see if there's an update. So Nico's expected to return Monday, but I'm trying to see if there's an update on Jonathan Brooks. Thielen activated off IR. Say Pacheco leg to be designated to return to the 21-day practice window to be opened.
What do you think about Lilith saying I can trade Jacobs and Jacoby for Pacheco and Hawkinson?
One more time.
Jacobs and Jacoby Myers for Pacheco and Hawkinson. I like that trade.
That's solid. That's really solid because then you're improving at tight end and you're getting a stud running back, but it's also going to come back in a split backfield towards the end of this month too. So if you have an RB like Tyrone Tracy in your bench that can hold you over in that transition period, you should be good. But also like if you're throwing in Hawkinson, but you're missing an RB, you can also slip to 8-4 very quickly. So you need to have someone that can just fill in at least for 10 points a game.
I really like that fucking trade.
I like it too.
Yeah, I'd do it. All right. Dylan asks a really interesting question here. Thoughts on Hubbard? Does Brooks kill his value? I don't think that Brooks kills his value until Brooks looks better than Hubbard. Okay. Hubbard just got a $32 million deal. I don't think that means that the Panthers are willing to move on from him whatsoever. Brooks is going to come back, and it's going to be Hubbard's. It's Hubbard's backfield. He just got a $32 million deal as a running back in the NFL, which is like almost like it's pretty close to Saquon money. He's making $8 million per year. Like that's crazy. So I don't think it kills his value. But if Brooks comes out and he looks like fucking lightning, just striking all over the field, then yeah, I'd be worried then. But right now, you're good to go. Hubbard's been the best part about that fucking Panthers team, and he's the reason why they've won the last 2 games.
Dude, the demise of my waiver wire drops this year has to be studied. I dropped Hopkins, Hubbard, and fucking someone else that just pissed me the fuck off all on their down weeks. Got Javonte on my bench, not been doing so good.
Yeah, I think this is a good trade. I think you're buying low on Pacheco here, I think. I don't know.
I agree. I'm just hoping that he has a gap that can close. So I mean, I guess if you can make this move for like a postseason run, you can do it. It's a gamble though, because you're gonna need to fill that RB2 spot, and then also you're gonna come back to us next week and be like, hey, how can I improve at RB? Waiting for Pacheco to come back. So I mean, if you can wait for Pacheco, it says that he has a 21-day window opening now coming off of IR, and it's not like a Nico Collins hamstring or like he broke his femur or whatever the fuck it was in his leg. Like that's a huge injury that he's going to be in a split backfield with. They're not going to take Kareem Hunt, who's been hot, just off the field because Isaiah Pacheco's back.
And that's a really good point, Litz. I would really think about that. Maybe see if you can swap that Pacheco out for something else, or give up less for Pacheco and Hawkinson. Because that is Jacobs is, I mean, he's RB 18 on the year, but he still has like high touchdown upside, in my opinion.
What if he just did Ingram and Jacoby for Hawkinson? Good try.
It's not bad.
Try it. Yeah, shoot an offer. Probably won't go through, but yeah, I just I mean, I think you got a good roster right now, 8-2. I wouldn't make anything drastically risky if you didn't have to. But also with the deadline, it's your call. Weird spot. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with my squad. I just pulled off a trade for McCaffrey, which feels really good, but Tyreek Hill, it's been really sad, and also Kincaid's looked like dog shit, kind of, and now he's hurt. So I got to figure out what I'm gonna do here. And Dan's, he's on a little bit of a skid himself, so he's gonna try to make a little bit of an improvement. I
don't even know what to do.
I feel like everybody's team in that league is like emaciated.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
Like, how do you even trade for anybody? Where are all the players? I don't know who has them.
You and your girl.
That's true. Between 2 teams, it's JT, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kate Otten, Darnell Mooney, Jaden Daniels, and Kyler Murray.
Jesus. Nico AJ Brown owner, this is Brad McCoy again, is 3-7, has Gibbs, Dobbins, and Pollard at running back, AJ Brown, Nico, Pickens, and Hopkins at wide receiver.
He's got a stat. How is he 3-7? Injuries and injuries.
Yeah, it's got to be injuries, right?
Let me go back to your squad one time, Brad, real quick. Amon-Ra, Waddle, Olave, DJ Moore. Honestly, Waddle, Olave, and Hunt for Nico. Waddle, Olave, and Hunt. Olave's coming back. Waddle's solid. Kareem Hunt's been playing well for Nico Collins.
Get both of those. Get both of those guys. Get Gibbs. Gotta get Gibbs.
Get anyone off that
Just tell him you're not making the fucking playoffs, dude.
Yeah, go collude. Send him $20 on Venmo.
Fucking do what you gotta do to win, man. Split the fucking money with them. I just think that.
Wow, Mr. Always Against Colluding. Promoting collusion.
Dude, I like to win. I don't care. And you collude, by the way.
I've never colluded
You got
in my
two
life.
teams in my league. Don't even lie.
I don't.
You got 2 teams.
If I did, it would be one team and it'd be gross.
No, it's 2 teams. Traded Hopkins and Njoku for Kittle, who won. I think it's a pretty good trade for Dylan.
Yeah, I like that because Hopkins is going to be kind of up down, at least how it's looking right now, and Njoku hasn't looked good. For Kittle, number 1 wide tight end other than Bowers, yeah, so it's a lock. I could include Matheson filling out for Jacobs. I mean, it might hold you over. I mean, that's Matheson is a piece that he'd probably be willing to move for Jacobs.
I think you could offer me a piece of gum and I'd trade you Alexander Mattison.
Yeah, so I think I think it would hold you over. Like he would probably in a one or out of those, say if there's 2 weeks left of Pacheco waiting to come back, out of those 2 weeks he'll put up like at least 10 points.
Yeah, I agree with that. DJ Moore and Hunt for. I already tried, guys.
Why the fuck would they veto that?
Because somebody's pissed off. I would assume. But yeah, like you could get Nico or AJ Brown there. And I'd throw in Gibbs too. But you just make it good. Like I think like looking at your team, fucking don't be afraid to throw fucking Tracy in there. Don't be afraid to fucking throw a big name guy in there if it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, but honestly, they kind of saved you too because Marvin Harrison's like boom or bust every week.
Yeah, I think he kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was the biggest sure thing coming out of college, but I think he kind of blows.
Malik Neighbors or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Neighbors easily.
Should I trade Tyreek Hill and Cedric Tillman for Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, I'd do it.
Cool. It's a tough slate. We got deadlines coming up. We're gonna have to do a deadline show because I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna fall somewhere on the same day. It's tough making trades in fantasy leagues because some people are homers. They have players that they won't move. Like Dan, if he had Josh Allen, do you have Josh Allen?
I do have Josh Allen.
He's not gonna. What can I send you for Josh Allen? Nothing.
You can send me like a number 1 wide receiver and running back, and I'd take it.
Okay, well, that's fair. It's tough. Sometimes there's people in your league that don't know how to trade, and trades will get vetoed because they're really shitty. It's a good mix. Just got to make sure you use name value because a lot of people think that like, okay, Tyreek hasn't been playing well. You can't really get much. You get more than you think because people want to look at their roster and go, Tyreek Hill, Alvin Kamara, Cooper Kupp, this dude and that dude, and think it's disgusting when also not make the playoffs. So use that to your advantage.
Roster bait. They want to look at their roster.
Yes, roster bait. That's what it is.
That's what Rocky Prop does.
That is exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I go to make a trade, then I read back my potential roster to myself.
Oh, yeah. CMC.
That's exactly how that went.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But let's fucking the questions have stopped for the minute, so let's continue going over these picks. We didn't have anything in the Pats and Bears game. What's just hilarious to me is that every Bears fan in the world is screaming that they need a new coach, even though we all knew they needed a new coach like 3 years ago. So good luck with that. I told you. Oh, that's fucking. He's 10-0.
Excuse me?
Wow.
Who?
Brad McCoy.
That's why you got vetoed. You sent away trash pieces.
You're fucked. You're not getting any trades. I would veto every fucking trade you tried to do. Like, I would. I just would. There's no shot.
Did he send his squad? I'm looking for. Oh, he did. You're 10-0 with Amon-Ra, Waddle, Olave, DJ Moore, Brian Thomas Jr., Saquon, and JT Bowers. Okay. I'm getting it a little bit now.
Yeah, I'd veto.
In my other league, I'm 10-0. All right, now you're fucking me up.
You're fucked. Crazy. Either way, what we see in the Bears is we had one of our biggest buys this season before the season started was on the Bears under 8.5. We moved pretty fucking swiftly on that fucking thing too. I love that play, and it looked like everyone's giving me shit. Oh, this is a terrible pick. And then they start losing, and they start coming apart at the seams, and I guarantee you they will finish with less than 8 wins. So good luck to the Bears. You are about to see the NFC North, which is just a division I would not want to see.
So, I got a question for you to interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
speaking on waiver wire, do you know who the top waiver wire ad of the week is?
No.
Based on 561,000 people picking him up.
No.
It's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah, because
after that
30
big
points.
game. Yeah, after that big game in New Orleans. Is it fool's gold or is it a good pickup?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because he had 109 yards on 3 targets.
Yeah, he got real lucky.
That's that fucking that Derek Carr football. Big deep bombs. My 10-0 team is Burrow, Gibbs, Henry, Chase, Cup, and I love how he put Jamar Chase in the entirety. Jamar Chase, Cup, Otten, Tillman, benches Waddle, Ferguson, Tracy, Nix, Bucky, and Olave. You must really like Olave. Yeah, fucking gross.
Yeah, pretty disgusting, and I can't even look at it because of how terrible my team is performing right now. We'll go over these quick. We had Levis over 11.5 rushing yards. He went over that on 2 rushes, and he finished out the game at like 15 or 16. That was easy. We had Gainwell over 13.5 yards. I think he had like 11 on his first carry. Pretty easy fucking win there. We had Kyle. You guys tried to talk me out of fucking Kyler Murray throwing a TD. That was easy as fucking pie.
Oh my God, he threw like 6 and also ran for 2.
Yeah, and we also had Jamison Williams in the Sunday night game going over 38.5 receiving yards for a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 3 week in props.
He looked thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, it's another day in the office. You know, what are you supposed to do?
How
many people are giving 11 picks and winning 8 of them? I don't know a lot.
That's
of them.
true.
But, yeah.
So let me ask you a question real quick, fantasy wise.
Mm-hmm.
If someone sends a million trades in the league like every day, do you think that people would just send him lowball trades just to be a dick?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, so I got this trade just now, incoming. It is Nick Chubb, Dallas Goedert, and Jamison Williams, and he's trying to get from me Christian McCaffrey and Cooper Kupp.
Perfect. Take it.
That's a terrible fucking trade.
Dude, I would trade you terrible things too. Everyone's just fucking roster baiting now. That's great. Other league I'm in, I have Lamar, Saquon, Jamar, Devonta Smith, and Kittle. 9-1. Anything I can do to improve? No.
I'm assuming your RB2 is not that good because you didn't add a second RB.
Nah, even if he's like sufficient, you got Jamar Chase and Devonta Smith and Kittle. Like Lamar's
take your
be number
whole
1.
bench. Take your whole bench and go get an RB2. The entire bench. And just tee up and just go crazy.
I don't
yeah, Dan's other league, he has Josh Allen, he has Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, George Kittle, and he's got Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's insane. He's 25-0. Maybe I
suck my dick.
I bet I got Kyron Williams already too. Oh. And how many people are in that league?
Tell him
2?
Let's say suck my dick.
Yeah, Lalitz is over here rolling. He's like, it's a $300 buy-in. I'm looking down the barrel of $1K hitting my account at the end of the football season. Damn, that's gross. Have you ever won a fantasy championship, Dan?
Yeah.
How's it feel?
It's fine.
Fuck you.
Okay. It only matters if there's money attached to it.
Have you won it with money attached to it?
$5,000 is the biggest one I've won.
It's fucking insane. Dude, if I won 5K off fantasy, I'd go off the shit.
I know a dude that's in a 25K buy-in. 10 teams.
Dude, you know how hard that's a season-long parlay.
10 teams.
Oh my God, dude. I'd be if I'm owing it. What's the buy-in for that?
25,000.
What's the buy-in?
25,000.
So the pot is like 125,000?
No.
It's 25,000 times 10. 4 is 100,000. 8 is 200,000. 9, 10, it's 100. It's $250,000.
Mm-hmm. You need to learn how to do math better than you know how to
I'm just
do
not
math.
good at quick math. Okay.
You need to
points
learn
DeAndre Hopkins
math
can score this
better.
week. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Hey, it's an 8-man league, and that makes more sense. I feel a little bit better about myself. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go and hurt myself now because you clarified. So thank you.
I was like, Jesus Christ, I need to take it easy. Yeah, dude, and that league has got to be crazy. There's also like guillotine leagues now and no bench leagues, which we're doing next year, where you don't have a bench. You just, if somebody's got a bye, you got to drop them.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's electric. My uncle talks to me about this league all the time, and I'm like, I just want to play in that league all the time.
That sounds. I would do that more than a fucking
Me too, because then like it's moving, and you got to shift it around a little bit. You know.
Hey, question. I would just honestly, if I had a really good player, I would just sit on the bye throw him. I would not drop him. What was your worst pick of the draft of any draft?
You got to take 0. You got to take 0 points then, because you have no bench.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would just take 0 points. I'm not dropping Justin Jefferson. Real quick, what was your worst pick of the draft this year? Who'd you reach on?
I think I wish I probably didn't take a quarterback as high as I did.
Okay.
I think they're so interchangeable this year.
I can review the draft.
Think about, I took Josh Allen in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
I think Baker Mayfield wasn't even drafted. I could have taken him, and he's QB2 on the year.
Yeah, so I'm looking back at my draft right now. Round 1, I went Hill. Round 2, I went Marvin Harrison.
Oh, yeah, that's my worst pick.
Yep. Worst pick is Zamir White.
Zamir White. I took him in like the 7th round, and I dropped him like to week 2.
Guess who I took before Nico Collins?
Cooper Kupp.
Raheem Mostert.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
You want to know why? Because my league spammed RBs and I panicked. And I was like, there's no RBs left. Who do I take?
Yeah, you thought we were spamming RBs. It's just we were all on auto draft because we couldn't sign in for something.
No, that draft was easy. Right after that draft finished, I was like, bro, boys, just give me the money now.
Yeah, you did a horrible job.
Yeah, it was kind of, this is a terrible draft. I got Kamara, though. Kamara was a nice little grab. I took Kamara over Kyron, Jacobs, over Mixon. I would have liked Mixon.
Who's running back number 3 on the year right now? Guess.
Alvin Kamara?
Nope.
It's Saquon, Henry, Kamara, Mixon, Montgomery,
Henry, Kamara, Bijan.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Bijan's really turned up that hard.
Bijan has 189.3 fantasy points.
Bijan's been fucking.
Saquon has 183.9. So Bijan is number 3. Who's number 5? Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Bijan, Saquon. Who's number 5?
Joe Mixon.
Nope. Joe Mixon is 12th.
Aaron Jones.
Nope. You'll never get it. Chuba Hubbard, 163 points this season. Yep. Kyron Williams is number 6. Jahmyr Gibbs, 7. Breece Hall is 8. Devon A-Chain, 9. James Cook, 10.
James Cook has been on a
James Cook has scored more points than Mixon. I took Waddle over any other wide receiver in the league. He's
like 101.
Tragedy.
That is Jalen Waddle. Fuck are you talking about?
Yo, that is crazy.
Jahmyr Gibby, yes, sir.
I love Gibbs, dude. He's so good. All right, this is actually a cool game. Let's continue playing this.
Okay.
We're gonna go over to the wide receivers. This is a very interesting one. Who's number 1?
Jamar Chase.
Who's number 2?
Justin Jefferson.
Who's number 3?
Nico Collins.
Not even close.
Okay.
Let me tell you where. Hold on. Let me tell you where Nico Collins is. He's 26th.
He was wide receiver 1. Chase, Jefferson.
A guy that you fucking hate for some reason. It's not a number 1. You're not a number 1 wide receiver. You tried to convince me this year.
Garrett Wilson.
He's not. Garrett Wilson, number 3.
Wide receiver 3 this year?
He's 2 points behind Justin Jefferson.
I'm about to trade for him right now. I'm about to send this kid.
You're not getting him.
Fuck that league. I'm winning that league anyway. I'm about to send this kid.
You're not winning that league. You've lost 2 in a row.
Oh, I'm sorry. At 8-2. Listen.
Hey, guess who's tied for first now?
Yeah. I know. My other team.
Going down.
I'm about to send this kid Tyreek Hill for Malik Neighbors and Garrett Wilson.
You're not going to get that. Who's number 4 scoring?
Wide receiver.
Jefferson. So it goes Chase, Jefferson, Wilson. Who's number 4?
Amon-Ra?
Nope, he's 7th.
George Pickens?
George Pickens is
5.
Not even on the list.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. DK?
No, he's 18th. Pickens is 18th. DK is 22nd.
Oh my God, what the fuck are we doing? AJ Brown?
No, AJ Brown's 28th.
Is it somebody that I would not expect?
Yeah. Drake London.
Oh my God, I don't like Drake London.
Chase, Jefferson, Wilson, Drake London, CD Lamb, 5th.
We had 39 points. Yeah, I see it.
Terry McLaurin, 6th. Amon-Ra, 7th. Would you say that Amon-Ra should be a top 10 this year? Because I don't think I've seen it.
He was last year. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Be higher than him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Jameson Williams came in
47th. Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Fucking let's go. Look at Kirko Chains just dropping bombs,
Zay
carrying
Flowers,
the wide
number
receiver
9.
core. Who?
Zay Flowers, number 9.
Oh, this is a terrible list.
And who's number 10?
Khalil Shakir.
Malik Neighbors. And Chris Godwin, who's been injured for 3 weeks and looks like he's never going to come back again, is still 11th.
So based on this information, round 1 of the fantasy draft this season should have been, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase,
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry,
Yep.
Saquon Barkley.
Mm-mm. Saquon's running back. He's RB5.
Justin Jefferson, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley. You can't convince me otherwise.
Bijan Robinson should have been a first-round pick, I think.
He was going first round. Bijan. Fuck Breece Hall. So I have the draft board up. Dude, the first round of the draft this year was so unbelievably fucked. In my league, the 101, Christian McCaffrey, hasn't played until last week. Tyreek Hill, torn ligament, looks like shit. CeeDee Lamb had 2 good weeks, lost his quarterback. Justin Jefferson fell to the 1-4, which in a lot of leagues he went to like the 1-8, 1-9. Best wide receiver thus far out of that group. Jamar Chase went 5. Bijan went 6. Breece went 7. Amon-Ra went 8. Jahmyr Gibbs 9. Someone took Travis Etienne 10. Gross. Puka, Marvin Harrison, Devon Achane, Isaiah Pacheco, Brandon Ayuk, Derrick Henry at the 2-5.
Who took Travis Etienne?
I don't know. Some fucking stiff that's also 1-8 and doesn't play anymore. AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Saquon Barkley. I want to see what the steal of the draft was. Let me see down this. I think the 5-5 Nico Collins was a steal. Malik Neighbors at the 6-3.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
then
good.
I'm trying to see if there's one more. Montgomery at the 7-8.
Where's
Brock Bowers at the 9-8.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Khalil Shakir I took at the 10-9. I think that's a good grab. Hopkins at the 12-3. Better now, obviously in a better situation. See if anybody snags someone last round. Jameson Williams 13-6.
Oh,
gross.
Excuse me.
And then that's about it.
All right, great. Glad we went over your fucking draft. Stupid. I got Amon-Ra, Saquon, and JT with my first 3 picks at the 8th.
That's how you draft right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. All right, so let's move to tight ends because this is actually interesting. We're in week 10. We just finished week 10, so the football season's half over. Like it's fucking crazy. Who's the number 1 tight end?
It's either Bowers or Kittle.
Pick
Kittle.
Yep.
Because Debo Nayu's been hurt. Okay.
Who's second?
Brock Bowers.
Yep. And who's third?
Trey McBride.
Nope.
Travis Kelce.
Yep.
Fucking hate him.
And who's 4?
Trey McBride.
Nope.
Kate Otten.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Trey McBride.
Yep. And then who's below Trey McBride, number 6?
Well, based on you saying Drake London and Darnell Mooney is a Kyle Pitts. I feel like it's a lot easier. And then Tucker Kraft's got to be somewhere in there now.
Right after Kyle Pitts.
7.
Mm-hmm. And then
number
8 from the Baltimore Ravens.
Mark Andrews. Where's Gesicki? He's out a year.
Guess.
12th.
10th. Who is between Andrews and Gesicki?
Fucking who watches tight ends like that? Is it from like a team I wouldn't expect?
Yep.
Let me guess, like 3. Is it Ty Conklin?
No. Ty Conklin is 21st.
Yeah. Njoku?
Njoku is 19th.
Hunter Henry?
Number 9.
Is it really?
Patriots, Hunter Henry.
Yep. Oh, where's Kincaid?
Where would you say he would be?
He's probably like 20, 21.
Nope. Higher. Or lower, sorry. Lower.
15?
Lower.
12?
11th.
Ooh.
He's tight end 11 on the year.
Dude, what the fuck happened?
81 points. Where is Sam Laporta?
Oof.
He is not
He's got to be near Kincaid. He's got to be near him.
He's not in the top 11.
He's 12.
Nope.
13.
Yeah, he's 13.
Okay, I was not going to go 17. Like, dude, that's nuts.
He's had 79 points this year.
He was the first tight end off the board
He
this
was
season.
taken in like round 3, I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
Draft. And then it's crazy after that. It goes Laporta, Cole Kmet, number 14th, Jake Ferguson rounding out the 15 top tight ends on the season thus far.
Dude, hold on. I got to look how rostered Hunter Henry is.
He's probably like 100% at this point. He's been the only consistent tight end.
Hold on.
I think the quarterback list is the craziest probably, though.
Hunter Henry is rostered in 52% of sleeper leagues.
That's it?
Yeah. Damn. QBs. Let me start.
Who's
Josh
number 1?
Allen.
No. Who's number 1?
Joe Burrow.
Nope.
Kirk Cousins.
Nope.
Oh my God. Derek Carr.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Just fucking with you. Lamar Jackson.
Yes. Number 1, 266 points, 62 points. Lamar Jackson. Who's number 2? I told you earlier.
Josh Allen.
Nope.
Joe Burrow.
Nope.
Patrick Mahomes.
From Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
And number 3.
Jaden Daniels.
Nope.
Are you fucking Josh Allen?
Nope.
Are you fucking serious? Joe Burrow.
Yes. Joe Burrow,
Okay.
number 3.
Jaden Daniels.
Number 4 is
Jaden Daniels.
no.
I don't know. Patrick Mahomes.
Nope. It's Jalen
Jared
Hurts.
Goff. Oh.
And
Jalen
number
Hurts.
5. Number 5 from Double Down Dan's hometown.
Josh Allen.
And then who's after Josh Allen?
Daniel Jones.
Yes, Daniel Jones.
Yep. Mac
Daniel Jones is quarter
32.
Back
28.
18. Nope.
18. Okay. Did we say Joe Burrow already?
Yep. He's
Kirk Cousins.
Number 6, rookie from Washington, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. So we were streaming. Was it Friday or Sunday? And
we're off the 15th.
Yeah,
we'll be back on Friday.
15th. It's because I was swearing a little too much, and they were like,
"Because you said butt fucking."
When did I say that?
I don't know. One of us said butt fucking. All right. Where's Bo Nix on this list?
11.
9. Where's Kyler Murray?
8.
7th.
Okay, fire. Okay.
Where's Sam Darnold?
9.
12th.
Okay, I suck.
Where's Patrick Mahomes?
15.
13th.
Okay.
And the last one, where's Jordan Love?
Oh. He's definitely under Daniel Jones.
Maybe.
Is he 19? 20? Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes.
Bread. In Danny we trust.
Better than Jordan Love.
Dude, Daniel Jones definitely voted for Kamala.
The last ranked quarterback on this list of 50 is Ty God. And that's it, man. Tyler Huntley was 41st. Andy Dalton 33rd. Drake May 26th.
Yuck.
Derek Carr 25th.
Really? He's been balling.
Russell Wilson 34th.
Let's ride.
But that's it. Let's fucking call it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of Degen Fantasy. If you want to follow us on any other streaming platform, we're on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, now known as X. Also on Spotify under Degen Fantasy, where we post our episodes daily. If you want to stream us there for your car rides and commutes to work, get a nice coffee, listen to me scream and shout and do my Trump impression and talk about sports betting and fantasy football advice. We're streaming on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Tuesdays and Fridays are 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Sundays are bright and early 10 a.m. Let's appreciate you showing up for the show. And if you have some trades on the table, make them and bring them back to the next stream on Friday if your deadline's passed already.
Deadline will be passed. That's it.
Yeah. What's so funny? Why are you laughing?
You got some trades on the table. Make them.
And bring them back.
Make them.
And that'll do it. DJ Fantasy. Peace. Hold on, I almost just clicked this by accident.
Why?
Later.
Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me.
Before I came up in the game, these hoes didn't show no love. They see me in the club and used to treat me like a scrub. They wouldn't holler cause my dollars wasn't swollen up. I bet they changed their mind when them 84s come rolling up. They see that I'm a star, now they wanna sit in my car. Now they wanna count my G's, smoke my weed and sip my bar. Now they used to love to diss me, now they rush to